Hello and welcome again to our 7-minute sofa yoga sessions. We're carrying on from yesterday's hug to incorporate the bending of the knees in towards our chest, and we're going to bring with it now a spinal twist. So as we continue with our practice, we start including the whole body in doing stretches, twists, bends, lifts, everything that comes together with making the body more supple, developing a greater flexibility and a bit of balance and equilibrium. And what better place to do it than on our sofa? So let's choose a leg, any leg. We're going to do both. And then you're going to take that nice breath in that you're really getting used to doing now, and always elevating as you do that, lifting up, and draw the knee as close in towards the trunk of your body as you can. You might like to then adjust and adapt your seated position so that you can make yourself as tall as you can be whilst sitting on the sofa. So we're going to bring in a twist of the spine now, and we can do this both ways, to the left, to the right. Don't judge yourself if you don't get as far as possibly I am doing so. It's not about reaching the goal immediately. It's about taking your time, developing a greater understanding of how your skeletal frame works. Because if you do gain an understanding of that, it's really going to help you progress with your movements. So it's always good to have a look at the skeletal frame through books or online. But anyway, let's get on with our twist. So we've got one of our knees bent and hugging in towards us. Let's take that same arm to the bent knee and extend it forwards, just taking the same shoulder to the bent knee inside and resting it very close. So I've got my right knee bent, I'm taking my right shoulder to just rest inside of that right knee. Now we're going to do a twist of the arm. We're going to twist from up in the shoulder girdle, because this is the origin of the movement, up in the shoulder. This will give us full twist of the arm, the elbow, the wrist, the hand, the phalanges. If you just move the hand, you're missing all of this movement you could gain along the arm. So you'll take a breath in, and from the shoulder, you'll rotate your hand anti-clockwise. So your elbow will begin to point up towards the ceiling. The palm of the hand will begin to point up towards the ceiling. Maybe not immediately, may take some time, but practice. Persevere, be patient. You will then bend that elbow so that the arm wraps around the front of the shin, and your hand, my right hand for now, is going to touch on the outer edge of that right leg. You then breathe in and rise up, and you turn to look over your opposite shoulder. So it will be the left shoulder you'll be looking over if you have your right knee bent. You can take your left arm and rest it back on the shoulder, back on the sofa, and turn to look over the left shoulder. Now pay attention to the breath. Rise up through the trunk of the body. Avoid collapsing. If you're all slouched like this, your rib cage is collapsing down into your stomach muscles and causing obstruction, and you won't free flow your rich oxygenated blood quite so well. So always think of rising up when you breathe in. And keep that space that you've created as you gently return to the neutral position and lower the bent knee. Let's try on the other side. So again, we're drawing the foot in towards us, bringing it as close as we can, the heel of the foot in towards the buttock. I've now got my left knee bent. So it's going to be my left foot that's coming close to my left buttock, and then my left arm is going to reach forward, and my left shoulder is going to come towards the inside of my left knee. So with that left arm, we want to rotate it, and we're going to turn it. On this side, it's going to be clockwise. We're going to turn it so that the elbow and the wrist and the palm of the hand all start facing up toward the ceiling. Again, remembering, don't judge yourself. If you haven't got this far, it's going to take practice. You might be just here at the moment, and just stay here in this position until you get used to turning your arm from the origin of the movement, which is right up here in the shoulder. Turning from the shoulder allows you to gain full potential of movement rather than just twisting your hand. Then you will wrap that left arm around front of left shin. You can use your right arm to just have a lift up, and then you're going to be turning to look over your right shoulder. And then you can release that right hand, and you can take it to rest back onto the sofa. Turn and look over that right shoulder. Breathe in, rise up through the trunk of your body. Keep that lift. Unclench your teeth. Breathe. And then keeping that space you've created, gently release. And there you go, in under 7 minutes, you've had a nice bend of the knees in towards you, and you've also rotated your spine. And we'll continue tomorrow by doing this in the opposite direction. Remember, there's nothing better than a bit of sofa yoga to get you increasing your flexibility, suppleness, and overall sense of well-being. See you again soon.